Nope, I'm not making lemonade. We're making candy. Coming up. Hi, I'm Bradley with To Be Brewing. We're making Belgian Candi Sugar. Why would we make Belgian Candi Sugar when we have sugar? Regular sugar is sucrose, which basically means it's two molecules, sugar type molecules that are combined together. In order for the yeast to consume that, they have to produce an enzyme called invertase. Yeah, invertase. That enzyme supposedly can add a cidery type taste to your beer. So if you want to add a lot more fermentables without adding a lot of extra taste, we use Belgian candied sugar. How do we make Belgian candied sugar? Easy. We take sugar, we dissolve it in water, heat it up, add an acid, which is going to break the sugar or the sucrose down into its fermentable components, which are not listed on my sheet. Oh, glucose and fructose, which is a lot easier for the yeast to consume. They can just eat it right away. Then, once the sugar's dissolved and we've heated for a set amount of time, we can then do the process of basically going from a simple syrup to candyfying. And basically, the longer you cook means the more caramelization, the more flavor that gets and color that gets involved. And then once we've reached the consistency we want, the color that we want, we raise the temperature all the way up to a set amount, and then we pour it off to let it harden. So for today, we're going to start with 1 pound or 0.5 kilograms of sugar. Cane or beet, does not matter. We are then going to use 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters of lemon juice. You need a food grade acid. Another option is cream of tartar, and that would be 1/8 teaspoon or 0.6 milliliters of cream of tartar. And then we're going to dissolve that in a half cup of water. This is going to seem a lot of sugar to a lot of water, but you can be amazed as you slowly heat it up how much this dissolves. As it heats up, wipe the sides of your pot. Then, once the sugar is fully dissolved, we're going to add the acid, which is our lemon juice, and we're going to heat to 260 degrees Fahrenheit or 126 degrees Celsius. We need to stay from 260 degrees Fahrenheit to 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius for the set amount of time we're working to invert our sugar. If you start getting hot, just add tablespoons of water in to bring the temperature down as needed. This in candy making is known as the hardball or soft crack stage, that temperature range. We cook for at least 20 minutes. That'll be the minimum amount of time to do the full conversion for our sugar. And as we cook longer, that then is how we develop our color. So if you want clear, after 20 minutes, bump up your temperature to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 149 C. Or if you want more color, continue cooking in our normal range we started with. What'll happen is the mixture will slowly start developing more color, and it'll go through from clear to yellow to amber to brown or dark. That just involves caramelization. What that is the fructose, which caramelizes at 230 degrees Fahrenheit or 110 C. Having a dedicated temperature probe for the pot would make it a lot easier than having to constantly handle a thermometer, but still doable. I'm definitely getting more towards that amber color, which is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to cook this just a little bit longer. Once you've reached the color that you want, raise it up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 149 degrees C to solidify our sugar. And once you've reached that, immediately remove from heat. In candy making, this is known as the hard crack stage. Take our mixture, pour into a pan or molds, pour into a pan lined with aluminum foil or parchment paper, and let cool to harden. Hardening can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Once it's hardened, go ahead and remove from your molds the foil or the parchment paper, and you can break up as needed to store. If you want to keep the pieces easy to handle, after you put them in a bag, dust them with a little powdered sugar, and that'll make it easier for them to store. So with the Belgian candy, parchment paper wasn't a good idea. I got it solid. There's still paper stuck to the back. I'm gonna see what I can break off and use. May end up being this next beer I'm trying to make. It's not gonna have any Belgian candy. Alright, quick update. When I got the parchment paper wet, it peeled off. So we now have Belgian candied sugar. That is Belgian candied sugar. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified of more, hit that subscribe button. I'm Bradley with 2B Brewing. We'll see you next time.